Four teams have battled through the opening round of the college football playoff, and now the pressure and the intensity continue to mount as we go to the quarterfinals, moving away from home sites and onto neutral fields. What's the bigger factor, the battle-tested team or the better-rested team? That one bounces through the end zone, so they'll start at the 25. So Texas Tech's offense comes on the field first today. Down to the final 8 now. Quarterfinal matchups at neutral locations, Kirk. And that means one team, which won a conference championship, is resting. The other team is coming off an emotional win just a week ago.
And, Chris, the prevailing thought would be, boy, the team that gets a chance to rest would be in a better position. But as we saw in 2024, the teams that got that rest, they lost their rhythm. And I think the teams that had a chance to play, they continue to stay in their routine, and it really benefited them. Let's see how it plays out today.
Running up the middle, but stuffed for no gain. Important moment early in this playoff game. Opening drive, they face third down. Bringing pressure. And they hit him just as he releases the ball. It's incomplete. The Red Raiders will line up to punt it away. No fair catch, looking to make a return here. And the returner brought down by the coverage team. So USC's offense makes their way onto the field for their first possession. Kirk, let's check the impact players in this game. Guys who have been leaders, guys who are being counted on to deliver today.
Well, these are the guys that both these teams rely on, as you said, to be able to make the plays. And more importantly, when it gets into that point in the game where you need to be able to have some leadership, these are the men that are going to have to step up and be able to provide that for each team.
Oh, down he goes. It's a sack.
Chris, this one's on the quarterback, in my opinion. He's got to have a better feel and a presence in the pocket to be able to either check it down or get rid of the ball. You just can't take the sack.
Caught quickly. Brought down very quickly. Not much to show for that completion. Offense been in reverse here. Now a long way to go to convert this third down. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Grab down the middle. It's White. He moved the ball to the 48 and earned a fresh set of downs. Tackle is made, but the junior quarterback shows off his arm strength that time. The offense with some pre-snap motion. Off the play fake on first down. Pass is incomplete. The defense affecting the quarterback with pressure there. Incomplete, so it's second down and 10. QB decides to keep it here. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. So the ball at midfield. Now the offense facing a third and long. Dropping back. Looking to throw for the first down. Finds that big tight end for a short pass. We make the stop, but it's a big gain down to the 29. And the player is down injured after that last play. Let's take a timeout while they check him out. First down, looking to throw the football. Caught by the receiver.
One thing we know for sure, I don't know as a play caller, you can make that call without a quarterback who can throw it with a big arm. He put that on a rope.
Looking to pass here on second down. Looking to scramble. The defense gets him, but it's a first down. Shows you how dangerous he can be scrambling. And the Trojans come to the line to start a fresh set of downs. And the quarterback keeps it here. Solid 8-yard gain brings up a second and 2. Handoff from the shotgun. The gain good for just a few yards. The defense swarming to the football. This is crucial. Defense needing a stop on third down, trying to force a field goal. It's a keeper trying to get to the marker. He is stuffed at the line. It's going to bring up fourth down. And the Trojans will look to convert here on fourth down. A running play called on fourth down. They finally stop him, but that gain is good for a first and goal. And the Trojans looking to finish the drive here. It's first and goal. Keep it on the ground on first and goal. Slams right into a wall. They've got him for a loss. Backed up to the 5-yard line now for second and goal. Here's a run to the left, looking for the touchdown. And he muscled out of bounds, very close to the goal line. He reached the end of a scoreless first quarter. The defenses are in charge as these teams pursue a national championship. We'll see if these offenses can find a spark, get a rhythm going in the second quarter of this playoff game. Crucial play to begin the new quarter. The offense sets up with a 3rd and goal. On the ground, trying to muscle it across the line. And it'll be smothered right at the line for no gain. So they'll settle for a field goal attempt here. Knocks that one right down the middle. So we have our first points on the board. That makes it 3-0. So after the field goal, the kicker out there again to boot it away.
Well, they almost put a touchdown on the board, but instead they come away with 3 points.
And the Texas Tech offense trots back out onto the field now. They were held to a quick 3-and-out last time, looking to put together a positive drive here. And they'll try to run inside, but nowhere to go.
Chris, textbook job by the defense, surrounding the runner and preventing that play from being bounced to the outside.
So the running play stopped on first down, brings up 2nd and 10 from their 25. The short completion of the tight end. They get him down, but the gain moves the ball up to the 36. That completion good for a first down. The offense working with a new set of downs here. Off the play fake, looking to throw. Lets it go quickly. Finds a man to the left. Big catch downfield. And the gain just good enough for a first down. A new set of downs after that completion. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw it. Nice grab. It's Jefferson. They stopped the receiver, but that's a solid gain on that play. That completion makes it 2nd and short. Shotgun formation. Here's an inside give. And they tackle him, but not before he picks up the first.
Just a great play by the running back here, finding his lanes and then exploding through the gap when it opened up.
Big guys up front lined up. It's first down. Offense appeared to be confused about the snap count there. It'll cost him 5.
False start offense.
Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. 5-yard penalty makes it 1st and 15 now. Offense looking to throw the ball. And the senior quarterback off target there. Threw it behind him. 6th play of the drive coming up. Quarterback looking to pass here on 2nd down. Fires it to the wideout. Pass ball is incomplete. There was a lot of contact. No penalty. Brings up 3rd down. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Oh, and another incompletion.
Hey, it's an incompletion, but it's a nice job by the quarterback. I know it didn't pan out, but the most important thing is he didn't turn the football over and he didn't take a sack. It'll give your kicker a chance to put some points on the board if they opt for the field goal here on 4th down.
And here comes the USC offense back on the field. The last possession, they had to settle for a chip shot field goal. Can they find the end zone this time out? They'll try the ground game here with the running back. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Chris, I think we all kind of get caught up in 3rd down. What's an offense doing on 3rd down? But I think what's also important is how well you defend 1st down. If you can hold your opponents to a short gain or a tackle for a loss, you throw the offense out of whack, and their game plan gets much more challenging to try to come up with that 1st down.
A pre-snap motion from the offense. That wasn't alert enough. Didn't get the play off. That'll cost him 5 yards. So that offensive penalty will be declined by the defense. They're happy to take the result of that play. Crucial 3rd down play right here. The Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Looking deep down the left side. And it's hauled in way downfield. You make the tackle, but not before he gets hauled away to the 30.
Well, it's third down. The defense knows he's going to get the ball. You still can't stop the quarterback finding this receiver to be able to pick up another first down for this offense.
It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw. Good pass rush there on first down. Following the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 30. Thrown quickly, caught in the right flat.
Boy, wide receiver screen can be hit or miss. Either receiver finds a nice crease and picks up big yards, or the defense completely negates that. The team speed from the defense here wins that play.
It's the 2-minute timeout. Nice to have a close game here as we approach the half. Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a first down. And he'll drop back here on third down. Quick throw to the left side. Caught. He's wide open. Look out. They bring him down at the 7. The offense set up now with a 1st and goal. And the Trojans trying to punch it in. It's 1st and goal. 1st and goal. They'll try to run it in. Couldn't quite get there. Brought down at the 2.
Chris, down here inside the 10-yard line. These are tough yards to come by. Positive yards. Good push inside there by that offensive line.
On 2nd and goal, they hand it to him again. And he fights into the end zone. Touchdown, Trojans. They'll try to add the lead now with a PAT.
As a defensive coordinator, you've got to be careful being so worried about this pass game and this quarterback that you're a little bit soft up front, and it costs you. It's exactly what happened here as they score this touchdown.
And the kickoff goes out the back of the end zone, so a touchback. And the Texas Tech offense is back out on the field now. Backed up this close to the end zone in the final minute. Let's see if they just decide to take care of the football and look toward the second half. Grab behind the line. It's Odin. He heads out of bounds after a really nice game there.
Well, this is great execution here on this screenplay to the running back to pick up big yards in the first down. I think in the process, Chris, they send a message to the defense. You can rush our quarterback all you want, but when you do, you better be careful because we're going to throw the screen on you.
And a timeout is called. Important stage late here in the second quarter.
Nice play-action call here by this offensive coordinator. You know, you can freeze those linebackers just for a split second. Usually that's going to give you enough room to be able to get that tight end behind them. And if the quarterback can make a nice tight throw like this, he can pick up some big yards.
Off the incompletion, it sets up a 3rd down and 2. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. The receiver grabs it. And the runner steps out of bounds, but does have enough yardage to pick up the first down. About time this offense gets going. It's a 1st and 10. Quarterback drops back. We're going to test the secondary. Incomplete. That should have been caught. That's on the receiver. What's the play call here on 2nd down for this offense? After the incompletion on 1st down, looking to throw it again. Gets made in space. Look out. The offense will quickly spend a timeout here after the play.
How about the offense here dialing up a good zone beater? Let's give credit to the coordinator for calling the right play at the right time and the receiver finding the hole in that zone.
Finds a receiver in the middle of the field. Tackle made at the 13, but here we go, a red zone opportunity. Takes the snap and takes off on the run. Couldn't quite get in. Tackled down at the 2-yard line. Excellent run. So a timeout is called. Just a few seconds left here in the first half. Looks like one more play here before halftime. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun, looking for a receiver. Touchdown, Red Raiders. A much-needed counterpunch delivered. Lining up to try the extra point. PAT is good. They still trail, though. So an important touchdown just before halftime. Not much time for the opposing offense to try to answer before the break. So it'll be a touchback. Ball spotted at the 25. So it's first down, but they'll just take a knee and head to halftime. Looks like the offense is content to run out the clock here and just take it to intermission. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update.
Thanks, Chris. Exciting, action-packed, enormous drama. Talk about a first half of football. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today. For now, let's get back to the guys in the booth to start up this second half.
And the Trojans offense is back out on the field. The passing game very hard to stop in the first half. Let's see if they can begin to feature the run game here. They get the second half started with a running play. And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain. Offense comes up 2nd and 8. That running game not producing much on the first down play. Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. And the defense able to hold him there to a short gain.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's...
He cannot escape. It's a sack.
That's exactly what the coach, I'm sure, talked about there at halftime, is the defense is going to be out there on the field first. We're down in this football game. We got to get pressure on this offense, come up with some plays, and get the ball back to our offense. And that's exactly what they have a chance to do now.
And the coverage team able to bring the returner to the ground. And the Red Raiders offense is back out on the field now. And from the shotgun, an inside handoff. Getting close to midfield now. They bring it down at the 47. Second down after that run on the previous play. Handoff here from the shotgun. And he's brought down, but he does have enough for the first down. Back-to-back chunk plays to begin the drive. The defense on their heels. And looking to throw now on first down. It's a short completion to the big tight end. He'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. The Red Raiders come to the line to set a fresh set of downs. Movement here from the tight end. Looking for a gap. It's Odom. Brought down, but it's past the line of the game.
Boy, how about that play, Chris? That thing just opened up the back shot through there with great acceleration. What a pickup there on first down.
From inside the red zone, they're looking to throw. And they trap him for a sack.
Boy, after a huge gain on the ground, they come back and throw the football, and the quarterback's on his back. The offensive line's got to do a good job of not just with the run blocking, but taking care of the quarterback and giving him a chance to throw the ball.
Tackle at the 8 after the completion.
As we all know, Chris, red zone leads to tight windows. A lot of times, you just get what you can get. Likely grateful this went forward to help this upcoming third down call.
Touchdown, Texas Tech. And that will give them the lead now.
Well, that's a thing of beauty right there. Good job all around. Offensive line gave the quarterback enough time. Quarterback puts it right on the money. And with this receiver running a route like this, makes it pretty simple. All he had to do was get his head turned around, catch that football. He's already in the end zone for the touchdown.
He thought about returning it, but instead takes a knee. It'll be a touchback, and they'll start at the 25. And the first play of the drive now from the 25. Looking to throw it on first down. Looking to set up a screen pass here. Zero running stop right at the line of scrimmage. He went backwards on first down, so second and long from the 24. Quarterback drops back. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. They tackle him at the 38. Solid gain. Nice play there. First down and 10. Catch made on the right side. Taken out, but not before he makes the first down.
Chris, how about the offensive balance these last couple plays we're seeing from these guys? Not only are they balanced, but the explosiveness. A big run followed up by a big play through the air and puts a lot of pressure on this defense.
Well, Kirk, Texas Tech has the lead here. And as we've reached the end of 3, time is running out in this crucial contest for both these programs to stay alive in the quest for a national championship. Let's check out the game summary before we move on. All right, here comes the 4th quarter. Everything to play for here. Who is going to stay alive, survive, and advance in the college football playoff? Back at it to start the quarter. Offense getting set to run a first down play. Looking to throw again. Makes the catch. It's White. Defense reacts quickly. A very short gain on the play. Important second down play coming up. Quarterback sets up, looking for an open man. Oh, the pass rush gets home.
Nothing is more gratifying for a defense to be able to sit back and play zone and still get pressure on the quarterback with your defensive front.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Fires it to the wide out. Catch is made down the middle. They make the stop, but it's a big gain down to the 29. The offense really clicking against this battle defense. On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. Just trying to get rid of it. That one sails too far, out of bounds, incomplete.
Chris, this offense coordinator is going to have to adjust. We've seen hits and sacks and pressure on this quarterback all game long. They've got to find a solution to create more time for the quarterback to be able to throw the football, or maybe completely overhaul and change what they're doing on offense.
And he's tackled for a loss after the catch. The defense all over that one. Drops back, looking to throw for it on 3rd down. Swarmed by the pass rush. Sack.
Great call here going with that nickel defense, giving you more speed on the field on that 3rd down and long. Nowhere to go. Gave the defensive line plenty of time to come up with that sack. Now it's 4th down and long.
And it's good right down the middle.
Boy, this guy has such a strong leg. No problem. Up into the net from 50+.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. The offense will start at the 25. And the Texas Tech offense trots back out onto the field now. And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. Has the 1st down and more. They bring him down, but that's a good play. Moves the ball to the 39.
Chris, what I love here is just the vision by the running back. Showing great patience. The hole opens up, and then he's able to use his speed to pick up some good yards.
The pocket breaking down. Oh, down he goes. It's a sack.
This is good pressure by the defense, but it just felt like the quarterback was holding on to the ball a little bit too long, which allowed the defense to get home.
Caught over the middle. It's Jefferson. They bring him down, but that's a solid gain on the play.
You know, we talked this week with the offensive coordinator about what makes this receiver so special. He kept referring to his route running. Here's an example of that. Great route, enough separation to give the quarterback a nice lane to throw the football.
Offense behind the 6 now on 2nd and 11 after the 1-yard loss. Play fake, looking to throw. He dumps it off to the tight end. And the defense grabs it after the completion. He's just short of a 1st down. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. Here we go. 3rd down and 1. Gut check time on both sides. A pop pass on the jet sweep. The defense swarms to make a tackle for loss on that 3rd down catch. And now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense. Leading here late in the game, they'll keep the offense on the field, trying to keep possession and stretch the lead. 4th down, looking to throw for it. He's got it, and that is enough for a 1st down. They've got him, but they convert on 4th down, and the drive keeps going. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. And the Red Raiders will have 1st and 10 here. It's the wide receiver coming in motion now. Leaning on the run game here late.
Positive yards are always important for an offense, but at this stage of the game, late in the ball game, playing with the lead, you're thinking about working that clock and continuing to keep the ball in bounds.
Playoff games coming down to the final 2 minutes here. Offense looking to keep the football and secure the win. It's a run. Running back's got it. He'll be brought down just a few inches short of that first down mark. Playoff game on the line here. And the offense, they keep away and secure the victory. And they hand it off to the back. Didn't get there. Defense comes up with a third down stop.
Now, you see this with a lot of backs. There's a tendency to want to try to bounce it to the outside. Now, sometimes the play calls for it, but you know the coaches are telling them to follow the blockers and execute the plan.
Here we go, fourth down. They'll try to run for it. The tackle is made short of the marker. That's a huge fourth down stop to get the football back here late in the game. Buckle up, we could have a great finish. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Right over the receiver. Stop at the 36. That's good enough to move the sticks. Comes down to this in this playoff game. Fourth quarter, final 2 minutes. Can the offense step up, make a play? Offense getting set here, needing some big plays to get into field goal range. The clock winding down. Quarterback wants to throw it on second down. Just flings it out of bounds with the pass rush closing in. The playoff game comes down to this. Tight game, final minutes. Can the offense produce some magic? Drops back, needing a third down completion here. Just gives up on the play, throws it away, and now it's fourth down. And the Trojans will come to the line on fourth down, looking to convert. Maybe the last shot here. Looking for a late deep shot. Oh, and it's incomplete, and the drive ends right there. Ball is snapped, and quarterback will just take a knee. Of course, in the playoffs, it's survive and advance. This is a crucial W. Great performance, but now the stage gets even bigger.
Hopefully y'all can hear me now.
Yeah, more and more pressure will grow as this team continues to win football games. But you and I have been
We're going to the national championship. It's your boy Malin. I know that the commentary was off, but I didn't want to turn my commentary on until we got back to the national championship. Said I was going to take a break from this dynasty for a little bit, and I did. The guys were headed back to the national championship for the first time in probably like a decade at this point. I know I haven't done one of these seasons in like 5 seasons, because I think the last season I did of this was 2033, and now we're in 2038. We've gone through an entire recruiting class, didn't really get close to getting in the playoffs, but we're back, and we're finally back in the national championship. Hopefully this time I can finish it off and finally give Texas Tech a national championship. This game was so hard. USC is the #1 team for a reason. They were undefeated at this point, 13-0, and we just handed in their first loss of the season. That was just a game where I think I aged so many years in like gamer years. It was crazy. I'll give you guys a little bit of a recap of how we got here. I'll give you guys a quick look at the team. And, we're going to play in the semifinal. Wait. We're not close. So we're in the semifinals. We're not in the national championship game quite yet. Stupid me. Yeah. So we're not in the championship game yet. But I jumped the shark. Stupid me. All right, well, we're in the semifinals now, and we've got to play West Virginia in order to get there to the championship. We beat them in the regular season earlier this year, so now we got to try to do the same thing again. I'll give you guys a quick look at my team to give you guys an idea of what we're looking like right now in terms of our roster. But I was playing myself. We still need to win 2 more games to basically finish this dynasty, if you want to call it that. So this is our quarterback. His name is Brian Fritz. He's an 89 overall. He's pretty good. We got some backups, Maven and Stumpf. I have played with them a little bit this season, but that's only when we were blowing out teams and I put them in. Our running back is actually pretty decent with the 1-2 punch. J.C. Oda, who's actually a transfer portal player. And we've got Russ Dobbs, who is a sophomore up to an 84 already, and Prado's 77. He's gotten some playing time this season. Our wide receiver group is pretty good. George Dunham, 93 overall, great receiver. And we've got an 88 Jason O'Malley. Kalen Jefferson is an 87. 82 Castaneda, who usually makes some pretty clutch catches on those cross-fade routes that I call. Our tight end is a former converted receiver, Marvin Russ, senior. Left tackle is an 84. We got an 86 left guard, 81 center, 92 in Bullocks at right guard. He's pretty good. 90 Allison, 92 Fernando Higgins, left edge rusher. And we got an 84 Fernando Borges. And defensive tackle is Terrell Burnett, who got a bunch of sacks in the last game. He's a 93. We've got a Sam linebacker, Steve Rubio, who's a 93. We got an 85 middle linebacker, Christian Maggio. Unfortunately, he broke his ankle and is out for the season. So it's George Vieira playing at a 74 overall sophomore middle linebacker. Sergio Felice, 85 overall, will linebacker. And then we've got a cornerback room that is the best that it's looked in a little while. 91, Montra Stoner, who's a senior. We've got an 88 overall, Jameson Lynch. And Kyrie Simonson is an 80 overall. So our cornerback room is pretty good at the 1, 2, and 3 spots. Tyrone Abraham is a 82 overall. Got a 96 overall backup. And Cole Dwumfor actually has gotten some big player of the week honorees during the season. He is a 92 overall strong safety. Our kicker is an 82, and our punter is an 88. So the overall, doesn't look, it looks about on par with what you guys have normally seen from my Texas Tech teams. But now we're going to go see if we took out the number 1 team. Now we got to take down the number 5 team again. And we're going to be the designated home team playing in the All-State Sugar Bowl. Unfortunately, I thought this was the national championship game. But no, we are going and playing in the semifinals first. So I'm actually going to go ahead and mute myself again so I can lock in. I feel like I play better when I'm not trying to commentate, even though I love to do that during these games, but I'm really trying to finish the job and give Texas Tech a national champion and finish this dynasty. So I'll talk to you guys at the end of the game.
Welcome to the Caesars Superdome in New Orleans, site of the All-State Sugar Bowl, part of the college football playoff. As we'll see, last season's national champions, the West Virginia Mountaineers. Kickoff team out there. We are about to get cranked up with a semifinal collision. Doesn't bring the kick out. Touchback. They'll start at the 25. So the Mountaineers offense will have the football first here. And the reason why this is one of the games of the week is you got a receiving core that's just been lighting people up. So hard to stop collectively. But they're running into an elite defense that's filled with confidence too, Coach.
Yeah, Chris, I'm going to turn it around a little bit and talk about, I think, the offensive line. We know what the receivers can do. Will the quarterback have enough time against this defense to be able to make the throws where he can try to expose the secondary? That's the real challenge. Can you protect the quarterback to give these receivers a chance to make plays?
Running play goes backwards, makes it 2nd down and 12 now. Quarterback looking to throw it on 2nd down. Quick completion to the tight end. They get him down quickly, not much of a gain on that completion. A big moment early in this playoff game. They face a 3rd down in the opening drive. Dropping back, looking to throw for the 1st down. And the quarterback finds the tight end for the completion. And they wrap it up after the completion, just short of the 1st down mark. The Mountaineers will line up to move it away. That's just the first punt for this offense tonight. And that sets up a return. And the returner is tackled by this punt coverage team. So the Texas Tech Red Raiders offense out there for their first possession. Let's check out the impact players in this game, guys that are going to have to step up and deliver. The teammates look to them. Coaches are counting on them today.
Chris, So I think these are the guys that show the most consistency, and I think that's why we're showcasing them. And they're going to have to be able to step up and not only make plays, I think provide the leadership. Coach has told us all week that these are the guys that really are unique within this program, and hopefully they play well today.
Off play action, he's looking to throw. Hit as he releases it, and the pass ball is incomplete.
Anytime a quarterback's able to recognize a free rusher like that, that's what the check down is for. He has to recognize the protection issues quickly and pivot.
And he'll drop back here on third down. Quick throw to his receiver. With the catch, it's Jefferson. He moved the ball across midfield and set up a fresh set of downs. The Red Raiders with 1st and 10 here. And they'll run it out of the shotgun. That's a nice tackle there by the senior.
Hey, it's a great job of this defense containing the running game. But if I'm calling the plays, I'm not abandoning the running game just yet. I think it's important to have some sense of balance. So throwing and running is essential. Stick with it.
And the Red Raiders are going to keep this drive moving. On 1st and 10, look at the throw. Caught behind the line. It's Odom.
That's what I love about this guy. He has the ability to sneak out of the backfield. The quarterback's able to find him open, checks it down for a nice gain.
Getting set. Here's 2nd down. They'll try and run it. Here's the running back. Going absolutely nowhere. That'll be a loss on the play. Big moment here in this playoff game. 3rd and short in the 7th play of the drive. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Running out of time in the pocket. They finally stop him all the way down to the 6-yard line. The Red Raiders come to the line with 1st and goal. 1st and goal, handoff. Ball carrier wrapped up and brought down.
The real estate gets tight inside the 10-yard line. You love a play caller who has the ability to either run it or throw it. That puts so much pressure on that defensive coordinator to know how to line up. It's not just a one-dimensional attack he's dealing with.
Looks like a player is down injured at that last play. We'll take a timeout while they check it out. This defense is hanging tough, and they punch it in from the 3 on 3rd and goal. Touchdown, Red Raiders, as they claim the lead in this playoff game. That kind of execution for a long drive, that's why this team made it to the college football playoff.
That's exactly right. Being able to mix in the run with the pass, picking up 1st downs, and eventually coming up with the touchdown. That is a tough thing to do, and they made it look easy.
And he'll just take a knee. Drive will start at the 25-yard line. And the first play of the drive now from the 25. Play action here on 1st down. Lets it fly to the wide out. Makes the catch downfield. He's in the clear. Finally brought down, but that play moves the ball all the way down to the 21. And the Mountaineers come to the line in the hurry up.
Boy, nice job here by this offense, creating an opportunity for this receiver to excel after the catch. It's early in this game, so this defense better get their arms around this receiver because he could be a monster today.
The back's got it. And they tackle him, but a solid gain down to around the 5-yard line. Well, Texas Tech has the lead here. And the first quarter is in the books. What is a huge opportunity for both these programs to get a step closer to a national championship. Through one period, these teams are finding out that playoff games just feel different. Who can handle the nerves better as we head to the second? Crucial play here to begin the quarter as the offense sets up 1st and goal. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Caught near the goal line. Touchdown, Mountaineers, as they get on the board here in this playoff game.
Just when we thought this game might be slipping away, these guys come right back down the field with a quick strike and a touchdown, and it's back to being a close game.
And the PAT is good. The PAT ties the game here in the second quarter now. And the kickoff will bounce right through the end zone for a touchback. And the Texas Tech offense is back out on the field now. Can they keep it going? They mixed the run and pass beautifully in the last touchdown drive. Grab behind the line. It's Odom.
Good time here to drop this screen into the offensive coordinator. And a nice job by the running back being able to pick up some positive yards here on this play.
Pass complete. It's second down now. Off the play fake. Looking to throw the football. That one falls incomplete. Looking for a flag. Doesn't get it. Brings up third down. Out of the gun now on third down. Contact as he let the ball go. And this time it's complete. They stop him out at the 42. That's a solid gain, getting closer to midfield. And the Red Raiders have first and 10 here. Grab down the middle. It's Jefferson. Brought down, but the gain moves the ball all the way to the plus 42. The drive stays alive with that completion for a first down. They're going to run it here. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. They don't block the defensive end and show some quickness, Kirk, getting around the edge that time.
Yeah, this guy's usually getting around the edge to put pressure on the quarterback, but he reminds everybody here that this guy's a complete...
He cannot escape. It's a sack. Looks like a man is down on the field after the last play, so we'll take a timeout. So here comes third and long. Giving up that sack has made this a real challenge for the offense. Looking for the wideout. It is intercepted. Look out, he's in the clear. At the 30 now. Crosses. Touchdown, West Virginia. A defensive score in this playoff game. Wow. They now have the lead in the semifinal game.
Chris, how about the safety here just kind of sitting back, waiting patiently to read the quarterback, and then once the ball's in the air, there's the range to come up with that interception. And I love that he's got the speed and the hands to make this quarterback pay for it.
So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. Fields it inside the 5-yard line. He's tackled at the 21. That's where the drive will start. And the Red Raiders offense is back out on the field now. They're trying to recover from that last possession. They had things going, but then a pick six, a devastating play. They got to recover from that right now. That completion makes it second and medium. They snap it. Quarterback looking to throw the ball. Oh, what a grab! Stop at the 43, but that's enough to make a first down.
Boy, another positive game for this offense, and this quarterback continues to show how dangerous he is when he has time to throw. The defensive coordinator's got to change up his looks, maybe bring in the blitz, anything they can do to get this quarterback out of this rhythm.
Now it's second down here. And now the handoff. Breaking free at the 35. Tackle made after a nice pickup on the play. The Red Raiders pick up first down yardage to keep the drive going. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun. Lets it go quickly. Oh, downfield catch made on the left side. They bring him down, but the game sets up the offense first and goal from the 10. First and goal for the offense. Punch it in and tie the score before the half. And the Red Raiders looking to cap the drive here. It's first and goal. He's got it near the end zone. We're able to get him down.
Boy, tight windows is always down here. They have trust in throwing it. You just have to be smart.
Timeout called by the defense, their first of the half as they try to make some adjustments here. That's a second and goal play for the offense. They'll try to run this one in. And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texas Tech. This college football playoff game is all tied up. And Kirk, it's beginning to feel a little bit like a shootout.
Yeah, it is. It's a battle of the offenses. Both these teams right now executing flawlessly, and they're doing so with such high stakes, answering one score with another. Neither team is backing up 1 inch.
So no return here. He takes a knee in the end zone, and they'll begin the drive at the 25. So here we go. First play of the drive, under 2 minutes before halftime. On first down, it's play action. He's got a man down the middle. They bring him down, but he makes the 40-yard line. That's a solid game. Here comes a first down pass attempt. Quick throw to the left side. He makes the grab. They make the stop after a big gain all the way to the 34. The offense operating at peak efficiency. They come to the line again. From the shotgun now, here's a handoff inside. And brought down at the line with that big defensive tackle. Offense behind the 6 now on 2nd and 11 after the 1-yard loss. They look to throw it here on 2nd down. Short connection to the tight end here. Offense tops the clock with their 2nd timeout to talk strategy. Offense needing to keep this drive alive. It's a 3rd down play. Dropping back. They're going to throw for the first down. Receiver makes the grab. You make the stop, but that moves the football to the 16. It'll be first down. Snapping it from the red zone now, looking to throw. Oh, they trap him for a sack. And a quick timeout call by the offense after the play. The sack sets up 2nd down. From the shotgun, he's probing the secondary. Defense is coming after him. He'll just throw that one away to avoid what would have been a sack. 7th play of the drive coming up, but it is 3rd down and long. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Can't find anybody on 3rd down, throws it away, and now 4th down coming up. Looks like the coach decides to go for 3 points here. Here comes the field goal team. Field goal is good. And they've regained the lead. So here's the kickoff now. Offense settling for 3, tacking on a little bit of momentum before the halftime break. So no return on this one. Ball just bounces into the end zone for a touchback. So here comes the first play of the drive. Can they do something in the final 30 seconds of the half? Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. And he goes nowhere. Stop cold behind the line of scrimmage. Miller's going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it down to Kevin Connors with our halftime update.
Chris, the magnitude of these CFP matchups is always on another level. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W.
And that kick will just bounce into the end zone for a touchback. We'll start at the 25. And the Texas Tech offense trots back out onto the field now. Hoping to click here at the beginning of the 3rd quarter, try to make up this deficit. He flips it to the back across the middle. They bring him down quickly, a short pitch and catch to get a little bit closer to the marker. Receivers are bunched together. Caught over the middle. It's Jefferson. Tackle's made, but not before he makes the 43-yard line. This drive is going now. Offense keeps moving. It's a completion for a first down. Off the play fake, looking to throw. And a short pitch and catch to the tight end. And the defense swarms. Not much of a gain on that completion. That completion makes it 2nd and medium. Play fake, looking to throw. The pass rush gets home.
The defender did not bite on the fake at all. They were in pass rush mode the entire time.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Fires it to the wideout. Cannot connect. Incomplete, and now 4th down. The Red Raiders will have to punt this one away. And here's the return. And the returner is brought down. And the Mountaineers offense is back out on the field. Here's the handoff. They bring him down to the 32-yard line.
Setting the tone early with good runs like this can really wear a defense down and keep the defense guessing. That's why some of the best coaches of all time have primarily done it with great run games.
Tackle behind the line. It's a loss of 2. It's a ball of the 30. This is a manageable 3rd down play for the offense.
Chris,
chance at all from the snap. Quarterback hands this off, and just nowhere to go. It's almost like the defense was anticipating the play call, and they put themselves in a position to come up with a nice tackle for a loss.
Mountaineers will line up on 1st and 10. Quarterback looking to connect with the receiver here. Makes the grab. It's Parker. And he runs out of bounds. That's a big gain. And the Mountaineers are moving quickly down the field. First down, they're going to throw the ball. And now the ball comes up. A disastrous play from the start. Defense makes the recovery a turnover. First play of the drive, they'll come out throwing. Fires it to the wideout. Catch made quickly, but a solid gain. Moves the ball to the 25. Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. The quarterback drops back, probing the secondary. Receiver makes the catch. He heads out of bounds after gaining a few yards. The Red Raiders are looking to take advantage of this red zone trip. They'll run it from the gun. Get into the end zone. And he stopped just short, down at the 2, but an excellent run.
Ooh, how about that offensive line? That's just getting a hat on a hat. Putting just enough room for the back to be able to get through there for a big
touchdown, Red Raiders. And they jump on top during the second half.
I think we're starting to kind of see a theme here, Chris, today. That's his second touchdown. The offensive line doing their job, and he's doing an outstanding job of just reading the defense, finding the hole, and being able to pick up big yards and touchdowns.
Kickoff team out there, they are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. Well, he thought about coming out, but instead takes a knee to bring the football to the 25-yard line. And the first play of the drive now from the 25. Off the play fake, looking to throw on first down. And it's incomplete that time, just out of reach of the receiver. At the 25, it's 2nd and 10. Can they make it a 3rd and manageable here? Looks to the left, and it's complete. The senior able to make the stop after a short gain. The offense will line up, chance for a couple more plays before the end of the quarter. Well, Kirk, Texas Tech has the lead here, sitting in a pretty good spot as you wrap up the third quarter, trying to keep those national championship hopes alive. Let's take a quick look at the game sense where we have a chance. As we head to the fourth, we could be in store for a classic finish. A spot in the next round of the college football playoff is at stake. First play of the quarter is a crucial one. Offense trying to convert this third down. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. That one is incomplete. The defender was right there, and it brings up fourth down now. The Mountaineers will bring their punt team onto the field. They're going to kick it away for the second time. Trying to return the punt for some extra yardage. Coverage team brings down the returner. And the Texas Tech offense is back out on the field now. They'll run it here. Running back has the ball. As the first down is still going. They make the stop, but he's in enemy territory now. First down to the 45. First down here for this offense. And the back gets the football. Slams right into a wall. They got him for a loss. Offense behind the 6 now on 2nd and 11 after the 1-yard loss. Second down, we're going to throw it. Short pass finds the tight end. Defense surrounds him. Just a short gain on that completion.
Well, that's the thing with this guy. You've got the ability to flex him out. He shows his versatility, what he can do from that slot position. He could be the quarterback safety blanket.
They come to the line, a long way to go for the first down, but needing this crucial conversion right now. Here's a throw underneath to the tight end. Ball carrier heads out of bounds, but the pickup was good enough to move the chains. First down. Pass complete for a first down. The offense gets a fresh set of downs. Quick throw to his receiver. Finds a receiver in the middle of the field. Tackled immediately, but not before he gets the ball inside the 20.
I just continue to be in awe of this offense. Even with the lead, these guys are going to play for 60 minutes. They do not let up. Here they are,
Typically, you want to run the football here to work the clock, but these guys stick to the game plan and keep throwing the football, trying to get more yards.
He moves the ball to the 7-yard line. Offense has a 1st and goal now. For the offense, a chance to extend the lead, but more importantly, milk the clock here late in the game. Looking to chuck it again. Running back has it on the screen now. Touchdown, Texas Tech. This offense really clicking. They'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. Extra point is up and good, so the lead now is 11 here in the final quarter. We got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. So it'll be a touchback. Ball spotted at the 25. The West Virginia offense is back out on the field. They're coming off a quick 3-and-out, so looking to put something together on this drive with a little more urgency. On the shotgun, it's a handoff. Going absolutely nowhere. It'll be a loss of the play. And the Mountaineers will come to the line to run the hurry-up.
Chris, I'll be really honest with you. I don't know why they continue to try to run the football. I'm all about balance. I'm all about trying to make sure defense has to defend the run and the throw. But at this point in the game, they haven't been able to run the ball. They're going to have to go through the air if they're going to come back and take the lead in this game at some point.
The receiver makes the catch. And that will pick up the 1st down. Spotted at 38. The Mountaineers come to the line to start a fresh set of downs.
I love to see this team fighting the way they are. Picking up a 1st down on that 3rd down shows you they still believe. They still think they got a shot to come back and compete in this game.
The incompletion makes it 2nd and 10 from the 38. And throwing again on 2nd and 10. No connection there. The pass is incomplete.
Man, Chris, I don't know if that was a bad read by the quarterback or a bad route by the receiver. They got to get this cleaned up before the next time they go through the air.
Drops back, looking to throw for it on 3rd down. The ball is caught. They make the stop just short of the marker. It's getting 4th down and inches. Here's the snap, looking to throw here. Makes the catch, and that is enough for a 1st down. They finally tackle him, but all the way down to the 20-yard line. And the Mountaineers pick up enough yardage to move the sticks. Here comes a throw from the red zone. Quarterback delivers complete to the right side. And he'll make his way out of bounds after gaining decent yardage. Mountaineers are in the red zone. Looking to pass here on 2nd down. Quarterback finds an open target on the left side. Tackle is made. That's a short gain, well short of the marker. 3rd down play here out of the shotgun. Pass caught. Can he get in? They bring him down short of the end zone, but this will set up a 1st and goal. And the Mountaineers looking to punch it in here. It's 1st and goal. From the shotgun, drops back. Launching one to the end zone. Touchdown, Mountaineers. Great catch when they desperately needed it. That score makes things a lot more interesting here in the 4th quarter with a spot in the national championship game on the line.
This feels like a playoff game now. You can just see it on the guys' faces. That was a momentum punch. Now the focus shifts to the opposition. Can they march down and answer, or will they wilt to the pressure?
And that kick will just bound into the end zone for a touchback. And the Red Raiders offense is back out on the field now. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. And it's incomplete. The defender arrived at the same time as the football. And now it's 2nd down.
What a hit there by the defender. Tough for the receiver to hold on to the football when he has that kind of contact. Good, clean play by the defense.
Off the play fake, looking to pass it. That's reeled in. It's Jefferson. Brought down, but broke a tackle to produce a solid gain there. We've reached the 2-minute timeout. The defense desperate to get the football back, trailing here late. The spot in the national championship game comes down to the final 2 minutes. Can the offense keep the football and bleed out the clock? grab down the middle. It's Jefferson. They drag him down after a big gain. Ball moved all the way to the 38. Now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense. First down. They're going to throw the football. It's complete on the crossing route. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. Playoff dreams coming down to the final 2 minutes here. Offense looking to keep the football and secure the win. Looks left and finds his target there. They bring him down, but that first down should be enough to propel them into the national championship game. And the quarterback just kneels down. That's a great performance in the pressure moment.
Well, headed to the national championship game for real this time. That one was pretty close at times, but, you know, after the pick six, I really rebounded. We did a good job of weathering that storm. I really got scared because, for those of y'all that remember what happened to us in the last year that we got to the national championship, it was probably around 2029, 30, something like that. One of the reasons we actually lost that championship game was because we lost our starting quarterback at some point during the game. And I thought we did that when Brian Fritz went out, because the only pass I threw with our backup, Maven, was pick six. That's not a good sign if we were going to have to play the rest of the game with him. Fortunately, Brian Fritz did not get hit as much during the back half of the game, and he was able to finish it, and we won, and we beat West Virginia for the second time this year. They actually won the Big 12 championship, but we beat them in the regular season. I thought we were going to see them in the Big 12 championship game, but there ended up being a good number of teams that were also 11-1. I think there were 3 teams that were 11-1. And also looks like Kalen Jefferson with 159 receiving yards on 10 catches, probably arguably his best game as a Red Raider ever so far. Won Big 12 Offensive Player of the Week for his performance against West Virginia. But we had a bunch of like 11-1 teams that were in the Big 12 this season. It was very competitive. So we actually were the odd guy out because the other team, Oklahoma State, I believe is who it was, they beat us and they finished 11-1. So they owned the tiebreaker. So they were the number one, and then West Virginia was the number 2 team. But I think West Virginia won that game, so they won the championship. And it looks like we've got to face Alabama, and Rashawn German has accepted our offer. We needed to hire a new defensive coordinator. So he used to be the head coach, I believe, at Fresno State. So we decided to hire him as our defensive coordinator because our defensive coordinator, Sheil Wood, has decided to depart to go somewhere else. Unfortunate, but we have a new defensive coordinator for the future. Made it to the championship game. I want to see, I want to go back and take a look at the history. League, let's see, stats. History, here we go. So I want to look up the last time. Yes, it was 2030. And we lost this game 17-6. And I remember that I think our quarterback was Bob Cash at that point, and he got knocked out of the game. We had to finish it with the backup quarterback who wasn't nearly as good. We lost the championship game. We were also the number 11 team in the country. This year, we actually are number 9, so we're a little bit better. But this is the first time that we have made it to the championship game in 8 years. It's taken us a long time just to get to this point, and hopefully this is the day that we finally win the national championship, and I finally finish the Texas Tech Dynasty and do what I created myself to do, which was to win Texas Tech a national championship. We're taking on number 2 Alabama. They're 13-2, so we actually have a better record than them. But take a look at these guys. I want to take a look at the conference standings here. Take a look. So BYU, I think, might have won the Big 12 title. I don't know what happened in the playoffs, but I'll try to look for myself. I want to see what the SEC looked like. So it looks like Alabama did win the SEC with a record of 13-2. They must have beaten Oklahoma in the championship game to win that. So let me check the bracket. Did BYU make the postseason? Yeah, they did. But they lost to Missouri. West Virginia won the championship game. They played number 19 Rice. Wow. I didn't even look at the bracket before I started this up. I was just playing to try to sort of speed my way to the championship if I could. And I'm not really rushing very much. You know, I'm taking my time with the plays and really trying to, you know, take my time. And looks like, man, UCLA and Michigan, look at that score, 52-50. That is a high-scoring affair. And let's look at the rest of this. So Alabama got here. First of all, they had the bye. They played in the quarterfinals, and they beat Missouri by 12 points. Then in the semifinals, they beat Clemson, only by 3, who was the number 3 team. Of course, we took out the number 1 team, which really made Alabama's path to the championship game probably a little bit easier. But then again, I think if USC would have beaten us, they would have probably beat West Virginia pretty good, and they would have been in the championship game instead of us. That's what I think, but we pulled off a major upset. I still can't believe that we somehow managed to beat USC, who was ranked number 1, and they were undefeated. And we handed them their only loss of the season. If we don't win this championship game, at least we can say we did that. And I know I'm kind of, delaying all this, but this is it. First time in the championship game in 8 years. I did not think that a roster that is this. And then again, I said that about my team in college football 2025 that ended up winning the national title. I mean, this team, Brian Fritz is a solid quarterback, 89 overall. That's not bad. Our running game is decent. We have 280 backs, which I think is pretty good. Our receiving core is the best it's been. Our overall rating, though, I think really comes down because of the fact we don't have one single player. We only have, we actually have a couple guys in the 90s. But overall-wise, I'm really surprised that we're still stuck at a 79 defense, 76 offense, 77 overall. I don't know if those ratings are skewed a little bit, but I feel like they are because I feel like we got a team that's, at least in the 80s, that's rated better than what the overall says they are. But here we go. National championship against Alabama. This is it. Not changing the uniforms, sticking with what we used in the last game. And I'm going to keep the mic on for this one. Normally I don't really stream on Tuesday nights, but yesterday I started up the 2038 season, played through it a little bit, realized the team, even through simulation, was capable of winning games on their own. So I figured, you know what? Let's try to go for it. Here we are, championship game. And we're playing this at Raymond James Stadium. So we're basically at University of South Florida's backyard. And again, we're so many years into the future, they don't even have the logos up. Except for on the field itself. But they still have the South Florida end zone decorations up, so they didn't take time to change that. I'm guessing that this is accurate in terms of in 2039, January of 2039, that Tampa has the playoffs. I'm guessing that, but I don't know. But here we are in the national championship game. Of course, with the special broadcast, you've got gold logos, which I think is a nice touch. They should add those to, I think, all of the playoff games, because that's what they do, for the most part, during the real broadcast on ESPN. Here we are. Down to the best 2 teams. Now they get a chance to find out. And Odom, who was banged up in the last game, gets a nice carry for us to start out.
They've got him at the 48, but that's a first down. The running play gives the offense a fresh set of downs. The shotgun running play call. They test the middle there, but
and they slow us down. Brian Fritz is definitely one of the better quarterbacks that I've had in this dynasty. I don't think he's as good as some of the other QBs have had. Like Bob Cass was up to like a 93 and he got drafted to the NFL. I think he's the best that we've had in this like 10-year stretch. But Brian Fritz is pretty close. I feel like he's more of just a solid guy that just, that has a decent arm. So I'm going to be able to make some plays with him, but I'm not going to be able to make all the plays with him. He's solid.
Off the play fake on first down.
Nope. And our receiving core this year really is good. So I feel like that's kind of helped out a little bit. We've had some years where our quarterback has been decent, but our receivers have not been that great. We've had years where maybe we only have like one running back who's in the 80s, but this year we have two. And Dobbs is only a sophomore, so he's going to be back next year. Meanwhile, our best receiver, Durham, is banged up, so that's not good. All right, Alabama's starting to clamp down on this running game there. He's got bruised ribs. We'll substitute O'Malley with his spot.
They really felt challenged, and right now they're winning the line of scrimmage. They've gotten this offense to a third down situation. Let's see if they can get off the field here to start the game.
Folk, this is why, like, seriously, dude. I had plenty of time in the pocket to throw this. Sometimes I throw that ball earlier. Like, I want to throw it about, like, right here. But that guy was lurking. And look, was this straight up a drop? It was. Hit him right in the hand and dropped it. Championship game.
My goodness. And the field goal unit coming on the field now.
Kicker's been decent this year, but then again, kicking with any kicker in this game, no matter what their overall is always tough with the meter. Because believe me, you guys have seen my Madden gameplay. When I do Madden, I'm doing the classic Madden meter. I'm not doing this whole like arrow spinning like a weight thing. I don't know why I'm thinking of that scene in Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory where they're weighing the golden eggs with the geese, and the meter is like, bow, bow, bow. I don't know why I'm thinking about that.
It gets into that point in the game where you need to be able to have some leadership.
Lucas Saltz.
I want to now, buddy. Be able to provide that for each team.
All right, so here we are on defense for the first time. I'm just assuming that Alabama's got like high 80 to 90 players across the board, so we can't take anything for granted, All right, makes that catch. It's 5 yards short. I mean, I didn't really look at Alabama's overall before I went into this game. I decided to go into it blindly because I'm thinking, hey, they're better than us in every position, and yeah, my defensive tackle number 74, Burnett. I mean, he's a redshirt junior, but I got a feeling he's going to be looked at by NFL scouts because every game I play with him, I swear, I get at least one sack. He's been that good as a defensive tackle. I mean, a 93 overall defensive tackle you would think is capable of doing a lot of stuff, but he's been on a tear. And in the playoffs, he's been a big part of the reason why our defense has stayed solid enough to be able to get us to this point. It's just that every year, it seems like the biggest weakness that we always have is our secondary. We got a 4-star cornerback who's committed for next year's class, but I don't know how much help that's really going to be. Meanwhile, we do a good job of separating him from the ball there, so that was a good defensive play. I try to get good corners and linebackers in the portal, but so far, I really haven't been able to do that. I've been able to land some, decent quarterbacks and decent guys at the skill positions, but not integral, defensive guys. Linemen I've been able to land, but there's certain positions on defense where I just can't seem to lure kids in the transfer portal to our program. Now, after this season, I think our chance of doing that will go up, but regardless of whether we win or lose, even if we lose this game, but obviously I want to try to end it tonight if we can. When I say end it, I mean, when you start these dynasties, you want to win a championship with your favorite team. That's what I'm trying to do. Once you've done that, it's like, okay, then basically it's kind of like in Madden. The rebuild is done. When you hoist the trophy, it's done. Dynasty thing. I mean, obviously I could try to, run it back next year, but it's hard to win back-to-back championships in this game. I've never tried it, but I feel like I didn't try anything else after I won the championship in my 25 with my 2025 teams. But I mean, at that point, I was getting ready to move on to the next game anyway.
Boy, this guy had plenty of leg here too. Chris, you remember the days when it kicked from
so far, it's a battle of field goals. We get the second quarter kind of underway here.
And the Texas Tech offense trots back out onto the field now. Kept out of the end zone last time. Had to settle.
Not the biggest fan of screens, but Odom does a pretty decent job. I was just looking for a decent game there. We kind of got that. Some of these plays that are suggested, though, really kind of don't align with me very well, but stick with them. Sometimes they can surprise me. There we go. Got some decent blocking on that screen. It was better than the last one. Odom gets a first down. Very nice job.
The drive stays alive with that first down completion. There's the snap. Looking to throw the ball. Grab behind the line. It's Odom. The defense all over. They stop right at the line. Short completion there. A second down coming up. And the quarterback dropping back.
He's open. Here we go, Jefferson. Good catch. Coming off of a, 159-yard game last week. Picking up right where he left off.
Pick up enough yards to move the sticks. And looking to throw now on first down. Oh, the quick throw.
Yeah, that probably was not a best way to go with the football.
Catch the ball in his drag route. There's a ton of space ahead of him. It's an unfortunate drop here for the offense.
Oh!
And it's incomplete.
That one must have gotten swatted or something. Physics didn't really resonate.
We all look at the big plays.
How did that ball go back?
How many points, how many yards? Sometimes we overlook the most important aspect of the game.
Come on. Slant route. Got him. There we go, Durham. Good thing he's back in the game. Hopefully he's feeling okay. I don't know what his injury was. Most of the time when these injuries occur, it's like bruised ribs or something. But they're able to come back and keep playing.
Throw it on first down.
Go Jefferson again.
They make the tackle, but not before a solid gain on that pass.
It's kind of a deal where we don't have like one dominant receiver this year. We've got a bunch that can, be capable. I mean, Jefferson, O'Malley, all these guys, they're different, but they contribute heavily. So it's not like we got to rely on one guy to be the difference maker, which in recent years, when I've been playing offline, you guys haven't seen me do a stream of this, has been our Achilles heel that we have, and why we haven't really been able to, win the Big 12 championship or, win the big games, even through simulation. Oh, no! Oh, you... Okay, did we recover that? Okay, we did. Makes it 3rd and 19, though. Almost a disaster. I don't know which lineman jumped on it, but thank you for doing that.
Looking to throw it on 3rd and very long.
Got him! Wow, that was a heck of a completion, O'Malley. Probably, I wanted to try something deep, but also I was thinking, hey, we're in field goal range. I don't want to mess that up. I feel like this is just the type of game where, we're not playing the way we have played this year. Because this year, off camera, we've been putting up a lot of numbers. In our first game, we put up 52 points. Second, we put up 44. And some of the others against Big 12 competition, we put up 30 and 20 regularly. But in the playoffs, competition's gotten tougher, so we're not putting up as much points. But Odom gets in for the touchdown to give us the lead. Good job. That's the first touchdown of the game overall.
And think about this national championship.
Bruised ribs for Jefferson. I didn't even got hurt. All right. We're about to go on defense anyway, so he can get some recovery on the bench. We're about to go into halftime, so we'll get some extra time to rest. If Alabama takes up the rest of this 157 time to score. That was a pretty big drive. We needed a touchdown drive there.
Some pre-snap movement, back in motion. Let's it fly to the wideout.
Oh, man.
Plays a man downfield. That's a big gain to the right. tackle made at the 41. It's a nice gain. They're getting closer to the 50.
Not the best at playing coverage in the secondary in this game.
On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball.
Ooh, big hit. Nice job.
Brings up 2nd down. They misfire on 1st down, so it's 2nd and 10 from the 41.
Come on, Burnett.
And he's back to throw again after that incompletion on 1st.
Got him. Let's go. That's the man right there. Tyrell Burnett.
A really good job by this defense.
Going to be a future first-round pick, hopefully.
His progressions to find his open receiver.
Always gives us a good sack when we need it.
The timeout is called to talk strategy. Close game here as we approach halftime. Send the back in motion. Now in 3rd and very long, looking to throw.
Oh, almost got in for another sack, but forced an incompletion, 4th down, and they're going to punt. Now we're starting to put some pressure on the quarterback. It's good. It's very good.
We'll see what he can do.
Jefferson's back in the game.
He's brought down, but
looks like he's okay. Yeah, he didn't get banged up. The wear and tear thing is coming up there. We have all 3 timeouts left. I'm going to run a little bit. Yeah, let's just hold it. We need to pass the ball. I really think that just staying aggressive will help. We did that at the end of the last game against West Virginia. Like, we were up by 5, but we kept throwing the football to give ourselves a chance to pretty much put the game on ice. And we did. So I'm going to stay aggressive because it's how we got here. And that's what I feel like I have to do in order to win the championship. Alabama has to use a timeout because they got an injury, so that actually helps us out a little bit.
These two. And they told us yesterday in our production meeting they spent hours and hours of working and developing that chemistry.
I don't know why I got cocky there. That was just horrible.
At the 20. Touchdown.
Those are the decisions that I've been better about not making, but here we are and I do it again.
A defensive touchdown, and suddenly
try to get testy. Wanted to complete that pass so bad and add more points at the end of the half, but do something like that. Well, we threw well. We had a pick 6 in the last game, and we were able to still win the game. Hey, not feeling good about this. Okay, well, if we can just turn this 56 seconds into just a field goal opportunity, I'll take it.
On 1st and 10, looking to throw. Looking for the wide out. It's incomplete.
He wasn't giving a
first down pass over the middle.
Chris, I thought he had his hands on that football. I thought he was going to come down with it. But give the defense all the credit with a big hit to knock that ball loose.
That's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact. No flag. Brings up the 3rd down.
Tough passes to complete.
Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a 1st down. Drops back, needing a 3rd down completion here. Looking deep to the right side.
Caught it. Oh my goodness gracious.
So it's a 1st down here. The clock is stopped temporarily, but they'll get to the line quickly.
Amazing hands.
Looking for a receiver.
Who that was? It might have been Jefferson. And I almost did it again.
And it's incomplete. A very quick throw.
Well, the name of the game for this defense is to pressure this quarterback as often as you can, and that's exactly what they've been able to do here in this 1st half. It looks like they've got him rattled a bit, as that pass should have been his 2nd interception in the 1st half alone.
Why that happens?
They're backed up here, trying to make something happen.
Ball just goes low and holds out.
Dropping back, looking to throw for the 1st down. Lets it go quickly.
Got it. All right, I'm going to call a timeout.
The offense will quickly spend a timeout here after the play.
That's another positive gain here for this offense, and this defensive coordinator is going to have to make some kind of adjustments to get this quarterback out of his rhythm. It's the national championship, and you've got to take chances and mix up your coverages, because right now what you're doing just isn't working.
Here's the 2nd down play. After the incompletion on 1st down, looking to throw it again. And he can't hold on right in his hands, and he dropped it. So the offense getting set. This is not where you want to be against this defense. 3rd and long. Fires it to the wideout.
And that was almost another.
This efficient offense does
57-yard attempt was not what I was hoping. But, okay.
Very long distance. This will be interesting. They're going to trust the kicker from 57 yards out. Can he get it there?
Nope.
Oh, and he's off target. It's no good.
They're going to go into the half tie. We could have potentially been having the lead. Just wasted opportunities. I feel like that's what happened in the last championship game. But then again, like I mentioned, in that other championship game, we also had to deal with our starting quarterback getting knocked out of the game. He couldn't come back. So, fortunately, we're not dealing with that yet. But also, Alabama has 4 seconds left. They got 1 timeout, and they're past midfield. They got 4 seconds left, so this is the last play. They're going to try a Hail Mary here.
Deep shot toward the end zone.
Incomplete. Going to the half, all tied at 2.
But that's it for this period. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update.
Chris, thanks. What else?
Alabama has -6 rushing yards, and the game is only tied. Oh, man. So one of the best teams in the country, -6 rushing yards, but then again, their passing yardage is not astronomical. We've just unfortunately given them their only touchdown in the game on a pick 6. And we're trying to fight back.
The rest of this one plays out. And with that, let's send it back to Chris and Kirk of the booth. Fellas, hard to believe we're only 1 half away from crowning a national champion.
On first down, it's play action.
Burnett, I love you. Thank you so much for getting in there for the sack. He's starting to get a little hot now. Starting to get aggressive. I'm really just controlling him on the defensive line. That's the only player I'm really controlling on that line. But obviously I'm going to keep doing it. And we get another sack. 3 sacks in this game for Burnett so far. That was huge. Makes it 3rd and 23. Maybe another one. How in the blue hell does that happen?
What a pitch and catch by the quarterback and receiver for a big gain for this offense.
Alabama getting set for the 1st and 10 coming up.
You get 2 sacks, force them into a 3rd and 23, and they convert. And he was open, he just missed it.
Offense getting set, it's 2nd down.
I don't know if y'all can hear me, but I'm starting to breathe a little bit heavy.
And he's back for throw again after that incompletion on first down.
I just feel like
he's got it on a crossing route. They get him down, but he crosses midfield, spot the ball to 44. This Alabama offense is
that interception
down the field.
If I don't throw that pick 6, this game is still like 10-3.
They'll go with the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff.
Maybe we actually have the lead. Maybe we're up by double digits. Meanwhile, our best corner is in there.
On the ball carrier and absolutely nowhere to go for the offense.
We just got to try to put as much pressure on the QB as we
looking to throw it on 2nd down. The pass rush closing in. Delivers from the
we have airtight coverage and still making plays like that. That's just when you know that your team's overall is lower, but you can still compete because you're not playing on the hardest difficulty. That's just when you know.
Bringing pressure.
And we got a huge sack that was so needed right there. Rubio, heck of a job, man. 4th and 12, we forced a punt. That drive could have been way worse. I was thinking they were going to just march right down that field. But we stopped. Thank goodness. Ball's out at the 20. We got to get a drive done. We got to score. Oh, that's a great start. Odom, big run up the middle. It's first down.
But that's a good play. Moves the ball to the 39. The game moves the ball to the 39. It'll be first down. Shotgun formation. There's an inside handoff. Solid game. Moves the ball to the 43. 2nd down after that run on the previous.
This makes it, 2nd and man.
From the shotgun, drops back, looking for an open man.
Oh, almost got sacked, but just got it away. Hopefully Fritz is okay after a hit like that.
Fresh set of downs for the offense after that first down completion.
And he took a lot of hits he's taking a lot of hits in the playoffs, so.
He makes his defense pay for it. Now, they realized coming into this game, they had to take away his ability to throw the football downfield, but it's the receivers and their plays after the catch that's really giving them a hard time.
Tied up here in the third quarter. These second down and long plays become important as they try to avoid third and
there we go. Good job, Ross.
throw complete to the tight end.
Catch.
They make the tackle, but this offense now in scoring position. First down to the 32.
That's the end of the third quarter. Sounds fine.
They'll run it here. That's the running back with the ball.
Not a bad job by Odom to gain 1 yard. It was a harder than 1 yard.
Try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense has countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage.
Fourth quarter, 1 quarter away. We're in this game. I feel better about going into this fourth quarter than I did in the first championship game that we had. It's a very low-scoring game. We're tied at 10. Got a good drive going. It's 3rd and 2. I need this.
Let's see how this fourth quarter unfolds. Everything to play for here for both teams. A big play here after the break. Offense trying to convert here on 3rd down.
Ross.
Looking to pick up the first down through the air.
Ross, thank you.
Short throw complete to the tight end.
Perfect.
They bring him down at the 7.
Perfect.
The offense set up now with a 1st and goal. 1st and goal. They need points, but it wouldn't hurt to also milk the clock a bit. Deflected by the defense and incomplete.
We talk about this defense stepping up, 1st and goal, and they get the pass break up, making sure every yard is earned.
Looking to throw it again.
Castaneda, wide open. Finally, the cross route works. He's got a touchdown.
Chris, this is a great play by the receiver coming up with this touchdown.
Got the lead.
Let's go back to the beginning of this play. Give the quarterback a lot of
Got the lead back. Start the fourth quarter. That's the way we wanted to start this off.
Get that receiver the football to give him a
7
chance
minutes
to
left
touchdown.
in the season.
Doesn't bring the kick out. Touchback. They'll start at the 25. Here comes the Alabama offense onto the field. Last possession, they were forced to kick it away. Can they finally get things going this time? Quick throw, testing the middle.
Come on. Just don't let him shrug you off.
Bring him down at the 45.
I thought we were actually going to get in there for the sack. Rubio was coming off the edge. He already has a sack in this game. He was looking for another one.
Off the play fake, looking to throw.
Oh, Burnett almost got another. But he forced him to throw that ball away quickly, and all he could do was a little bit of a check down pass. So, hey, still having an impact here. Love to see it.
He's looking to throw.
Well, he's double teamed there. No surprise. It's like, you know, maybe we should double team that giant man right there wearing number 74. All right, 3rd and 6. Oh, he get a sack from behind. Nice. And they're punting. Alabama's not going for it. I mean, I'm not surprised. It's only a 7-point game. There's still a decent amount of time. But this is where it's getting to be where you got to call smart plays, and I just got to be moving this ball forward. Whether it's passing, throwing, it doesn't matter. Just move the ball forward. Simple and easy. It's the basic thing in football, and that's all we have to do on this drive. I don't like the fact that I went out of bounds to stop the clock there, but at least we gained 3 yards. We didn't go backwards. All right, 3rd and 1 now. 3rd and 8. The jet touch pass in this situation has been nice, but on 3rd and 1, I don't know, but Durham's been good with this.
It's almost an extension of their passing game.
Quick pass, here comes a jet sweep.
Perfect. Oh, great block. That turned out even better than I expected.
That's enough for a first down.
Great job, Durham. Way to run after that.
Got to do a much better job here of adjusting to the pre-snap motion. They just kind of stayed in place.
3 minutes.
They gave the receiver plenty of room there to make a nice play.
They've got him in the backfield. Nowhere to run. They'll lose a yard on the play.
How about the defense on this play right here? Because they go with a draw play to try to take an advantage of an aggressive defense. That's pinning their ears to get upfield. But instead,
heck of a run, Odom.
Expecting the run.
Wow.
Not surprised at all.
He had to fight his way through that, but got the first, and that's all that matters.
Play, so we'll take a timeout. Here we go. Late
Alabama had to use an injury timeout there, so clock stopped. 3rd and 2. Odom just had a big run. He has a big run there that picks up the first down. It's big in a sense of how significant it is. May not have been a 20-plus yard run, but he got the first. We're almost at the 2-minute timeout. Alabama's got 2 timeouts. Probably going to start burning them, the rest of them, like right now. Yep. Okay, now they're only down to 1. We got a good run with Dobbs, trying to give Odom a little bit of a rest here. Another first down picked up. This drive is working just the way we want to. We've pretty much taken up 2+ minutes of clock and just left them in the toughest spot. They have no timeouts. They still have the 2-minute timeout to benefit from. But if we keep moving this thing forward, we're going to be okay. Another injury timeout.
Has always grown offensively, but what I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space.
Shouldn't there be a 10-second runoff though?
At the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw.
All right, they don't have an injury timeout there. I'm gonna let this thing tick down to the 2-minute timeout. We got a 3rd down and 7.
So the clock stops as we head into the final 2 minutes of play here. This defense needing to step up and make a play now.
I don't care what the coach suggestions are. I want to throw this football, and I want to end this game now. Durham. First down, Durham. Let's go. Oh, thank goodness.
Well, you go through the grind that this team has gone through, you learn to realize that your quarterback's going to be able to deliver on critical down and distances. There you go. 3rd down, big-time opportunity.
This was a grinded out, low-scoring, you fight for everything you get type of game. But we're the national champions.
So much fun to watch this team play all year long. They've had some challenging moments. They've been able to overcome them. And how fitting, a close game in a national championship. They come through one more time. And as you say, they hold the trophy. They are the national champions of the year.
And that's going to do it as we crown another national champion and punctuate a wild, exciting season of college football. For Kirk Herbstreit and our entire crew behind the scenes, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been a
I just had to take a video of that to save for later.
Officially, your kings of the college football world,
it's done.
National champions.
And the MVP is J.C. Odom with 75 rushing yards and a touchdown. Brian Fritz is the name that Texas Tech fans will always remember as the quarterback that led this program to a national title. Durham, Burnett, O'Malley, Ross, all these gentlemen in that picture right there are responsible for bringing a national title home to Lubbock, Texas. Texas Tech is the national champion. And that sounds great. Well, this is the pinnacle of the dynasty. I've led Texas Tech after starting, let's see. Okay, let me think for a minute. started out in the 2025 season. This is the 2038 season. It took me 13, maybe actually 14 seasons. It took me 14 seasons to give Texas Tech to be national champions. We've been runners-up in 2030. But today, in 2038, technically January of 2039, we're national champions. And Tyrell Burnett, in what could very well be his final game as a Texas Tech Red Raider, Big 12 Defensive Player of the Week recognition in the national championship game, 3 sacks, 3 tackles, 4 tackles for loss. Just an unbelievable man. J.C. Odom won Big 12 Offensive Player of the Week honors, 18 carries, 75 yards, average 4 yards a carry. And he also won National Player of the Week. I mean, that's pretty underwhelming, but then again, when we're the only game, I guess you win all kinds of awards. And that's it. For the national champs, that's all I can say. That's all I can say, y'all. Oh, man. I mean, I didn't even lead Texas Tech in college football 25 to a national championship. I didn't finish that until right before the new game was released. Basically, I wanted to finish the game on a high note, which I guess, we still have a long way until, of course, we have college football 27 to be released in the summer. Then again, it's only going to be about, maybe 4 months away, but still. I'm so happy, and I can't believe that this team, I'm not saying this team is bad, but look, I'm going to look at our roster compared to Alabama's. They've got, let's see, I'm going to look at Alabama. I want to look at Bama. Their quarterback is a 94. They got a running back that's a 93. And they got another running back that's an 88. All those... Everything they have is better than ours. Look at that. Look at their overalls. 96, 96, 96. Every player they have is better than ours at every position. But this ragtag bunch of underdogs, and then again, y'all can say that, hey, that's what happens when you play on varsity difficulty. It's like, hey, shut your mouth. Okay? Even on varsity difficulty, this game is hard. If you have a 77-something team, it is really hard to be competitive against teams that are 90+. And, hey, you can say that I curtailed the system, whatever you want to call it. But Texas Tech is a national champion, and that's all that matters. The history update is right here. I'll tell you what, my coach has pretty much put himself into a position where he needs to be regarded as one of the better coaches in the recent history of college football. Like, with this national championship win, we're going to be able to attract so many recruits for the future. I mean, we appeared in the national championship 9 years ago. We did it again. This time we actually won it. And we finished the season 15-1 with a team that was not having superstars at every player, at every position. Top stories, player of the week. Rayshawn Wendell, he had the interception return for a touchdown, of course, so not surprised there. So let's simulate to next week, because I do want to take a look before we end this stream of which players are going to be leaving. I would hope that nobody wants to transfer after we just won the national championship, but let's see. So George Dunham is going to wants to go pro after his redshirt junior season. We can't persuade him, and you know what? I'm not upset about that. Dunham had a good season. He definitely produced. He's definitely been one of the best receivers we've had in the program history since I've started this dynasty. Burnett wants to go pro. I'm going to see if I can persuade him. It probably won't work, but let's just see. So he's decided to actually stay. So if we continued after this, if I really wanted to, he would stay with us. And we have our fullback that we really don't use. He wants to transfer. I'm going to try to persuade him, but that failed. But hey, look, You won a national championship here, even though we don't really use fullbacks in our system. So, Don Speed, Godspeed. Santiago Prado, he wants to transfer because of playing time. He did get some playing time this season, but then again, you're also a 74 overall running back. Okay, you're 74. We have 2 running backs that were in the 80s. J.C. Odom and Dobbs are better than you. I'll try to persuade you, but he doesn't want to come back. George Wilcox, a backup quarterback. I'll see if he wants to come back. Failed. He doesn't want to come back. So the only person we convinced to stay was probably a man that I sung a lot of praises for at the end of the game, Tyrell Burnett, who actually won Defensive Player of the Week for the national championship performance. But we are going to be losing Dunham to the NFL for sure. He's going to be going pro, and that's the way that things are going to end the season. Those are the players who are leaving, and that's who we're seeing depart. But we're also going to be seeing people like Brian Fritz leave. Odom's gone too. Kind of surprised that, well, then again, we can see if our players did get drafted, because I got a feeling that, look, even though Brian Fritz is not necessarily a 90s quarterback that is probably putting up great statistics, I feel like that because, hey, listen, you were the quarterback of a national championship winning team. You should get a little bit of a feather in your cap. I know there's been plenty of quarterbacks that have won national championships for programs and they don't really have success in the NFL, or they don't get drafted even at all, and they go undrafted. But Brian Fritz, I feel like, deserves at least a chance to hopefully maybe be invited to a camp as an undrafted free agent. Kind of talking like Baron Morton, but I don't like to talk too much about Morton after the 4 interception against Oregon. I still have nightmares about that game, not even kidding. Let's check out the draft results and let's see what happened. Looks like, unfortunately, Fritz did not get drafted, but hey, hopefully he got a degree in business or something. He's going to be a very successful businessman. He knows how to lead winners, so hopefully he'll lead the winners of a company. So we actually also had Cole Duamfor get drafted, and he got drafted first. Not first, but in the 4th round before everybody else. Probably our best strong safety in many, many years. George Dunham did get drafted in the 5th round, and we also saw Fernando Higgins get drafted in the 6th round. Then again, these are guys that were not projected to be drafted except for Dunham. So because, hey, like I said, you won a national championship. So there were more eyes on you. So obviously Dunfor's going to get drafted, and then we got Higgins that gets drafted in the 6th round, and Montre Stoner, the senior corner. He got drafted in the 6th round. So, hey, we put 4 guys in the pros from our national championship winning team. And that's spectacular. Well, I'm not going to show anything else. I'm not going to go into the offseason recruiting. I'm going to go ahead and say that I'm pretty much putting this Texas Tech dynasty to bed. I really don't think, even off camera, I don't even know if there's going to be much motivation for me to keep playing this because, I hate to say that this is the end, but I feel like it really is because I've won the national championship. It took me, 13 seasons to 14 seasons to do it. But, hey, Rome wasn't built in a day. So we were able to finish the dynasty in terms of winning the national championship, something Texas Tech has never done. So we've made history. And I feel like when you make history, you just walk away. I may just do this off camera just for my own sake. But as far as series that you're going to see me stream, probably going to get back to maybe some new stuff like I've been doing with MLB 26 The Show. I actually haven't played any of that since I played it on last Tuesday. Actually, Wednesday I played it after work. It's fun. I have already got my player to the Astros. I hit like 30 home runs in Double-A with the Hooks, and then with the Space Cowboys, I was only playing like I think 10 games, maybe 15 games for them, and then I got called up to the majors. So my guy's already kind of dominating, so I don't know how much more I can continue that because I thought getting to the show was going to take longer than basically me only taking a few days, even though I'm playing on a low difficulty because I'm getting used to the game to get to that level. I think the only real thing that you're probably going to see most of is going to be Madden rebuilds. Obviously, with the Cleveland Browns rebuild, we made it to the Super Bowl. We lost with Trevor Lawrence as our quarterback. I might continue that, I might not, and I might start something different, but it remains to be seen. One thing that you're probably going to see me do is, and I've done this before, but maybe I actually might commit to a full season of doing it. There are players, there are certain users in Madden games that create rosters with updated free agents and stuff like that. So I might do a Cowboys season with updated rosters just for the fun of it, or I might play a bunch of games with updated rosters of NFL teams. That's one other video idea I was thinking about. But other than that, I really don't know what's going to be coming on the channel next. But unfortunately, for those of y'all that really have liked this series and have seen it and supported me through it, I think that I'm going to be putting this pretty much to bed, unless you guys really want to see me continue this. But that's going to depend on if, anybody comments. So I'll let you guys know. But thank you guys for watching. I'll see you in the next video.